Welcome to my kitchen. It's a disaster right now, but I feel like that's how all working kitchens are. Hold on.
Hey Bella, can you hold on a second? So sorry.
So, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you the gluten-free flour mix that I use. This is what I used to use a long time ago when I used to use it all the time, but now that I've started adding it back into my diet, gluten-free flours that is, because I've been grain-free for what, 7-ish, maybe more years. This is the blend that my mom used to use, that my cousins use, and so I'm gonna show you how to do it. I took a break for a second because I needed to make the kids some food, so I made them grilled cheese. And I used this new sourdough recipe, basically using sourdough with no active starter. It didn't turn out the best. Let me show you. It didn't rise super well. His rose very well, but the taste is fine. I think part of the problem was not actually his recipe, but it was me, is I used a different flour. I used more of a heavy flour that was milled and not bread flour. But I made the grilled cheese, and then we wanted the tomato soup with it, but I didn't have any more tomato soup. And so I realized I have tomato sauce. So I just made some tomato soup, and it's so yummy. Anyways, so the ratio for a small batch is 2 cups rice flour, a half a cup tapioca starch, 2/3 of a cup potato starch, and then 1 teaspoon xanthium gum. So I'm going to triple that for this batch right now, and you can obviously quadruple or whatever. That is the base. I'll have it written down in the show notes as well, but let's get mixing. I went to our local mill. It's Moore's Flour Mill, and I just got my 50 pounds of bread flour. Because even when I mill my own flour, I like to do recipes with the bread flour as well, because it just makes it fluffier. We still get some of the nutrients from, or they still get some of the nutrients. Hold on, this is tight, so tight. Still get some of the nutrients from whole wheat berries, but the bread flour just helps it rise a little bit more. You have to special order large 25-pound bags, and they didn't have any in stock, so I had to just get these. Because I don't normally cook with gluten-free flour until recently, I don't have all the big stocked up items anymore, so this will have to do. I think I'm actually gonna just put it in my Azure standard order this next month, is I'm gonna do the big 25-pound bags of rice flour and all of those things, so that I will be able to just do bulk mixing. Honestly, like, I mean, it is baking, so you want the flour, like, it's good to be somewhat exact, but this isn't actual recipe, it's just the mixing of the flour. I got white rice flour. I need to make sure I'm counting. Brown rice actually hurts my stomach more, so I usually stay away from it. I think this is 6. Okay, white rice, 1.5 cups of tapioca. Oh my gosh, I'm getting stuff everywhere. Where's my apron? Gosh, this is everywhere. It's like a powdery white powder mess. Something else. Potato starch, 2 cups. 1, 2. So 3 teaspoons xanthium gum. 1 teaspoon. 1, 2, 3. Okay, see? Powdery mess everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to mix it all together. And then I will just store this, and I will have a good gluten-free flour mix together. And it's so much cheaper than buying it. Gluten-free flour is so expensive. I actually had my gluten-free starter fed. Like, look at how happy that is. Come on. Look at how happy. It's actually, this was fed yesterday, so this has even dropped a little bit. But I need to cook with it today, and I was like, oh no, I don't have any gluten-free flour. So I was going to get my other flour and I realized they don't have a gluten-free mix there. And I thought, what am I doing? I was wanting to make mine anyways. So this is the mix that will work great. I was out of the mindset of mixing my own because the only time I bought gluten-free flour was like once a year when I would use it for our Thanksgivings and Christmases. We have tons of allergies in our family and my side of the family. There's so many with just severe gluten allergies. So we always have, like, if you have an allergy, our Christmas and Thanksgiving is where you want to be because we have so many yummy, yummy goodies that are all legal, you know what I mean? You're not gonna like be sick. So I only ever use that flour at Thanksgiving, Christmas, so I would only buy it. It just was easier when it's not something I cook with all the time. Now that I'm actually using it more, way more affordable to mix myself. Okay, I found my apron. I'm always like running around trying to find where I took it off. If I take it off, I usually just go to stores with it on and look funny. I am not a math whiz, nor do I want to do the math for this, but I'm gonna just tell you how much the bags are for. This bag is 5 pounds of white rice and it's $6. The tapioca flour is $9.49 for 4 pounds, which is it's this size bag. This size bag. And then the potato starch is a little bit more expensive of them, but you don't need very much, is $6 for potato starch. So I think it's about 4 cups in here. It's for 2 pounds. And then the xanthium gum, I mean, I bought that bag like 6 years ago and I still have it. So you don't use a ton of it. But for how much I got in there, I don't know if you've tried to buy gluten-free flour lately, but it's so expensive. So this is a huge savings because I still can make so much more flour than what I just made. And that's a pretty good amount of flour right there. Now to have my lunch, gluten-free sourdough with my yummy tomato soup. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope you have a wonderful, very blessed day.